Welcome back to StockSmart, where we use technical indicators to determine those proper entry and exit points in the marketplace. So that gamma squeeze, AMC, it is here. So how do we know it's here? All right. Let's get rid of this. And let's pull out to the weekly. Okay. And what happened? Big wick. Drop down, drop down, drop down. And look where that sat at. 39.90. Right there at that gap. Okay? And we can see we're having our move above zero. All right? Weekly, we do have a gap here. All right? Let's check it out here. And what happened when we hit our low? Kind of gave us a little bit of a signal, didn't it? All right. So we're pushing back right now, first thing in the morning. We may push back to this level or this level. Looks like we're trying to change direction. Let's see. There isn't much showing up on our watch lists here today. There's a pretty big gap here. All right. Let's see what some of our other watch lists have on them. SPCE. All right. Let's get this over here. And we'll throw that onto this page. Make that bigger. And let's find our email. And let's get out our email alerts. And we'll see what we can find. This one looks like our alerts. Yes, very good, very good. Alright, let me make sure there's not anything too personal in there. I mean, I don't care if you see my name. Okay. And it looks like we've got a very silly, hyperactive Labrador, or a Doge, that wants to go outside. Alright, so let me go let my Doge outside, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw this email list up here for you guys to look at. Now you take your email list. Let's see. Let's bring that over here. All right. So take a second. Look at our alerts. And I'll let the dog out. I'll bring them, and I'll come back and explain. So. All right, very good. So it looks like any was added to our Kapok weekly list. All right. Futile. Resistance is futile. Let's see, NVFY. And we can see Apple is put on our gamma squeeze, AMC for the gamma squeeze, SPCE for the gamma squeeze, SPCE on the Squeeze Pro Daily, SDC on the Arun Stupid Buy Signal Daily, TBLT, ARPO on the 4-hour example. All right. Now, I don't have this list going back as far as, but let's just look up. Yesterday's big explosion was CAR-V. All right. So, let's type in CAR-V. And we'll see what lists it came up on. YouTube, Arun, YouTube. Maybe we look for it on the Kapok weekly list. Looks like it showed up on the YouTube example list. Okay, back on June 3rd. And so we had plenty of time to find it for this explosion. Nearly a month. All right. I don't know if it showed up on the Kapok list. Okay. Now, that was CAR-V. Let's go with AMC. All right, so we'll look up AMC and we'll see where it has shown itself this morning. Looks like it started this morning. AMC started up on the gamma squeeze list at 12:39 a.m. It started gamma squeezing. Okay, so we knew it was here. Okay. Then we can see we get queued back in on a run in AMC all the way back to July 1st is when we, start seeing it as an opportunity once more. Okay. Now let's close out this email watch list. That one's not important. As we can see, AMC and Tesla were both squeezed on these days. Okay. All right. So that shows us that we were well aware. Let's see if GME is in our lists anywhere here. GME. Okay, one alert for GME. Looks like GEVO's on there, GME, Genus, and it was on the YouTube example on June 24th at 9:53 a.m. Okay. So now let's pop back on over. All right. And we can see that our lists are not working very well. All right. Now, for our YouTube example, we've got AMC, B squared, NEO, and SPCE. Those four be rockin'. All right. Let's see. And the four-way STC has SPCE on it. Very good. And the Kapok Weekly has ATHE and Verb, two also recently trending stocks. All right, now zoomed in here. Let's see which one of and or some of these lines are valid trends. Are they? Kind of looks like it, don't they? All right. So on SPCE, now we've got some drawings here. Very good. Looks like we're going to head down to this area before we get a move, though. So if we're going to look for a drop, look for it to drop to 39.88 and 42.58. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's go pull up and see what's on our gamma squeeze. So the ones that are having gamma squeeze today are Apple, AMC, Neo, SPCE, and Uber. Uber, Uber, Uber. Oopsie walla walla. Nobody? Oh. Okay. Alright. See if our Kapok Weekly comes up here. And I see why on the daily SPCE is giving, having these motions in the the last day or two. This was a great signal to get in. This is a great signal. This is a great signal. This was that big run that we could have found and anticipated before. If it started moving up on 622, then really we just wanted to know when our pump and dump detector was greater than 0 on the daily time frame. Okay, and if we wanted to get creative, we could say when the histogram is less than it was 2 bars ago. Below 0, but we gotta... Anyhow, we can make that happen. Okay. So we see we hit their low of $14, and when I saw it hitting this low, I was like, can we trust it? SPCE is always up and down, up and down. That doesn't change. All right, so no Kapok Weekly. Oh, wait. I don't have the list. All right. Yeah, still no Kapok Weeklies. And we can do our Chen days. We can do our CMOs. We can try for Kapok day plot is true. Kapok Weekly buy true. And here we go. Any ATHE FPAC /WS, that's FAR Peak Acquisition Core Warrant. Okay, and then Futile NVFY. Okay, looks like they're being a little pump and dump cycle right now, given the current opportunities and what's going on here today. Let's see. Do the Bulls have it? Yes, they do. 15 million high, over 770,000 low. Had we caught this run on 7.2, okay, it's 7.9, so pump and dumper, it gave us to double our money from 7.2 to 7.9. Excellent opportunities here. Okay. Now, we're just playing with our pump and dump detector right now. If you want that pump and dump detector, you can go over to GitHub and get it. I do believe I have saved it there. Looks like Levi Strauss has been added. Okay. Alright, one moment. Looks like the Doge wants back in. Truth be told, it's my sister's dog. But my sister's dog made such good buddies with my dog that they won't stay away from each other. And it's kind of funny because I let my dog out, they'll let their dog out. Everyone will meet up. Then they'll all go run around together. But they can be together here at my place. I'll let them out. They'll go down to the other house. You be down at the other house, let them out. And, they'll be up here. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it's nice to live close by family, but overall, I would say if I could move just a little farther away, I probably would. I never meant to, settle so close. Okay. Verb Technology Company. Alright, now let's see if we can plant any of these opportunities here. Let's see where they are. Okay. The funny thing is, this right here is the top of that support line all the way across. And it makes it valid right all the way through there, through that gap fill. Interesting. Okay. And now this level here is an accurate level. And we probably have another level there. Looks like this is that next level up. Okay. Let's see what we have that is Arun bullish. AVB, BLL, DHI, LKQ, which is the parts company, the salvage yards. All right. And of course, LKQ. We'll get that extended through there. And we have a channel right through here. Let's see, do we want to... oh, yeah, there we go. I like that a little better. Looks like a valid channel. I'm sure there was one that struck through the center. Okay, that when it was broken, that meant a new breakout. Okay. But look how this channel strikes right through this TPO level. Okay. And they aren't exactly coincidences, you know what I mean? Just like this level here is a big support in the TPO, and right here there's a big gap in the TPO. All right. Now, That's LKQ. Let's bring that in on the daily. Okay. And we notice how our big gap in the TPO was met with a drop to that price range, giving the discount, and then trending back up. Okay. All right. Now, let's see what is on the reversals list for today. The Aruna reversals. This will be a daily list. And I wonder, do we have our pump and dump daily, pump and dump weeklies? Okay. Apple Triple Q, SPY, and T Triple Q. Those are the ones. Now let's see what we have here. 550,000 volume, 0.85 beta, 0.85 sizzle, 0.79 delta, and the pump and dump detector is true. All right. And I believe we want a 0.79 beta to the max. All right. Is there plenty of liquidity? As we can see with SPY, we could play SPY on a regular basis based on bull and bear action. 57 million over 5 million. 78 million over 18 million. Very good. Look at this big gap here. Big gap at 402. Why are they saving the $402 level? What is that, 402? I see, the height of the trend. All right, so let's go right. They're trying to hold it down and up just a little bit, but I guess we're going to come from right here, and we're going to strike it right through. All right, that looks like where they got this gap fill right here and then continued on. All right. Now, the low, dropped a channel, dropped a channel. They said the S&P was in danger of losing its trend channel, and it is still within its trend channel, although it is very overextended. So, looking and zooming in, we could see we are sitting right on that trend. This is a very healthy pullback. Going through and buying our pump and dump cycles, we can determine good entry and exit points. That's SPY. Let's check out that triple Q. Let's do a similar thing here. Let's start at our low. And we'll go ahead and we'll draw some support line up here. Very good. Okay. And it looks like we'll have a line here. And so we are having some difficulties here today with our OBS studio. All right. Let's check out the awesome 3. Let's see if there's anything here on this indicator for us. And let's go over and check our darling Teslas. All right. And we are still in those downward push plays here. Respecting this support. And we can expect a pop out of this and maybe even a gap fill up to this 752 area and then a push back down. If it does go any higher, all the way up to this 842, it would have to get above that before we see a big move, okay? But this is a very, very healthy example of TPO, all right? Here at the 350, I was there for that. So if Tesla never goes back to 350 again, I can say I was there. Okay. I was watching. I was part of it. Okay. So these TPO levels, we can see how we can use them to our advantage. And we are creating a, I would say, this is kind of a pennant here. Being a doji on the weekly, it looks like we are looking for an explosion, and given the current trend line and our gap here at this 760 level, I can expect it to see the 770 level soon enough. All right, let's pop back over to AMC, and I think we'll just leave it there for the day. All right, as we can see with AMC, they have barely begun to trend up, and they have left a giant hammer in the wake. Okay, so as Thor lays down the mighty hammer. All right. So you can see AMC right now. This big giant hammer, and the fact that we've just crossed above zero. Now, what does that typically mean? Well, that means that squeeze is coming. Okay? Hone in on the daily there. All right? We can see what's going on here, and we can see this gap right here at 35.42. So if you get an order down here at this 35.42, or something just sitting right above this support at 29.35, don't be surprised if it gets filled, because that's the gap and go you're looking for coming into earnings. Okay? Perfect. Let's go down to the 4-hour chart. All right. Now, on the 4-hour, as you can see, we do have this trend line that's pushing down, all right? And as this trend line was broken, price continued to trend down, okay? So we're looking for our levels all the way along the way, and will they hit a base? And it looks like this big giant support here at the $10 and this level, 10.23, 10.25-ish, okay. All right. Had a big spike in volume in viewers there for a second. I think they like when we talk about AMC. All right, let's go down to the 1-hour chart. And we can see for the 1-hour chart that the price has been pushed down so greatly that we're hovering right under this support with a gap just above us and then a support right here trying to smack us down out of the air, with another gap right here at 54.96. You know, so I can see the market makers are trying to maintain control all the way up. They're not able to move as drastically as they would, so they're trying to wiggle their way out of their positions, okay? So let's check out our market maker move. and we get our TPO, our market maker move, and I may even consider throwing the cone of the probabilities up on there. Okay. Now, it doesn't. Hoff V was added to the accumulation swing index. All right. For some reason, our market maker move study is not working right now. Let's jump over to another stock and see if it feels like working. Okay, so we can see this big gap up here in Tesla and how the more accepted price is the 677.51. And this is our low, time price opportunity, all right? But with this being the more accepted, we can expect it to kind of trend upwards towards that, okay? And as you can see, we started across zero. We got this big jump up anticipation for that move, okay? We can also see here as we bottomed out that it tried to burn you out of your shares, which some of you may have been tricked, all right? Strike that through there, and it looks like this could be a valid line as well. So let's try to grab this one through here, and then we can notice it strikes right through a gap fill. Very good. Okay. So we'll try to slow down a little bit, allow OBS to catch up. Today must be a very, very busy day. Many people streaming. Many people covering things on the news. Yes. So if we search for our pump and dump detector is greater than 0 on a particular time frame, let's go down here and look at our pump and dump, and we can check it on the daily or the 4-hour or the 15-minute time frame. We also have parabolic SAR crossovers, bull and bear, Apple, Ford, GM, and NEO, or American Airlines. So all of them transport. Ford, GM, NEO. 3 cars, 1 airplane. All transport. Oh la la. Yes, yes, yes. I like it. Yes, a little push back before they dip it up, yeah. Done it. All right. So in the 15-minute in the Ford, we are in a pump and dump cycle. Look at all these gaps through here. See? Full of opportunity. All right. General Motors, GM. And it looks like our market maker is building their position right through here. Let's check Apple and see its position. Apples to apples. And this seems to be pretty valid right through here. Okay. Seems like that's it right somewhere around the center of the accepted time price opportunity. So we are a bit over on Apple in the accepted time price opportunity. And we do need to break above 144, let's just say 97. In order, 145, in order to really see Apple start taking off. Although, with this gap down here and this gap down here, We can in this gap down here. Let's just expect a push down to this $137 level. And we'll do at or below. Let me know. And I tend to overshoot some of my marks sometimes. Either that or it just takes a very, very long time to get that fill, before it gaps down to that price and then gaps back up again. Whereas we can see it happened here. Now, what this is doing, when we see these big wicks, we call them a particular kind of move. And whereas we see this, this is a stop hunt, okay? Now, let's just say there is, a bunch of people with their stop losses, and you can see how far down they got hit. They got hit, $1.25 away. So, and if they've got 100,000 million shares that they can gather up and sell, and let's just say that they are down in this level, down in here somewhere. So they say, hey, there's 100,000 shares down in there, but there's a bunch of stop losses in the way. They would sell their shares back to the market if it hit this price, and it just so happens that we have someone who wants to buy them, just up in here a little bit. Okay, so they want to sell, if it drops below this, but the people who want to get in, they don't want to get in up here. They want to get in under, value. They want a good discount. Okay, which allows the market maker to instantly make money. Okay, excellent. So when we see something like a stop loss hunt happen, as it did here, let's see if we can draw a trend line. All right. Now, drawing this trend line, and when it finally broke trend, looks like it tried to hit the bottom of that one. And as you can see, before it ran again, it dropped below trend, took out all of these stop losses right through here that might have been through this area. They kept their stops very tight, obviously, and then they let price continue up. All right. Now let's keep on charting. Take this, chart it like that, or maybe even like that. All right. Take this. And we would have seen all this dojiing, okay? But when it fell below and started to come back up this trend channel, that's worth paying attention to as it sits on top of this trend, okay? So we try to make these trend, lines not from the back, but from the forward. You don't want to start at the back and read it backwards. I always try to move, say, to the middle of a chart and then start charting forward. Go to a random place and start charting forward. Okay, that seems to help. The learning curve. All right. Now, let's see this low here and see where we get. All right, you see how the low is kind of instantaneously attached to the high. It goes right through the doji, right under this candle, through the next doji, just over these doji. You can see the touches, though, okay? So we can see this channel was valid all the way through here. We see that we dropped and lost our channel here, and then rejected, sideways, up, rejected, sideways. Just above the channel, we thought, and then boom, dropped off. Okay? All right, very good. So our pump and dump 15 list has quite a few things on it. I thank you for watching today, and I hope everybody makes some money. Get out there and do a good turn daily. Help somebody. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content I have here, and consider coming over to Patreon and supporting my work. I do put in a great deal of effort here every day. And with that said, I bid you adieu. Have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video.